I would love to tell you a happy story about my life in New York City and have this be an informative one, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I messed up in life, and I hope you don't make the same mistakes I did. I'm getting by, but it's not easy to live by any means, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I'm doing this and telling you the story so that it hopefully doesn't happen to you. This is a what not to do before you screw up and what to do if it happens, although I'm still working on that part. Well, it started out when I got into this pretty big mess regarding a money situation. You see, I was supposed to meet up with these guys I had been working on with this deal. It was going great, and I thought it was really coming along. Or so I thought. I had just landed coming all the way from Oklahoma. And as soon as I did, I already had a bad feeling about the so-called fantastic deal. I was so excited when it was all starting out that I didn't even think about the little details. I mean, who does that anyway, right? Well, you should. Before I knew it, in the pit of my stomach, the pit was confirmed. I must have called the guys 50 times, but to no avail. I knew right away then I was screwed. Oh, I forgot to tell you the whole reason that this was such a big mess is that I gave them my share of the money before I even got to New York. They said it was necessary, and me being the biggest schmuck ever, believed them. How could I be so fucking stupid? So to say I was in a state of shock is an understatement. I was paralyzed. Totally immobile for a good 2 hours after coming to this horrifying realization. Once I got out of it, I knew I had to do something. I mean, all my money was gone. And when I say all, I mean all. I didn't even have enough to pay for my next meal. I knew I had to think fast, all these options popping into my head, until I found one that seemed to be the easiest and quickest out of all of them. Which led me to my next point. So, the first is not fucking up your life, is to be money conscious and knowing exactly where your money is. When you're using it for, and when you're spending it and saving it. Anyways, there was a reason why I was telling you this. Step 2. No matter how bad you think it is or how bad you have it, there is always other options. Trust me, I didn't think there were. Your mind is so crowded that you can't see anything besides what's going on at that exact moment and how you need to fix it, and fast. But seriously, try and see through the fog. I know it'll be hard, but you gotta do it or you'll be stuck in limbo like me for a long time. Once you're in, you can't get out. Easily, at least. I mean, look at me. I've been doing the same dirty deeds for 20 years, and I've actually been trying to get out. Imagine if you were just doing it with no intention of leaving. 20 years! I've been stuck in this hellhole for 20 years and have nothing to show for it. I mean, sure, I've got my girls to keep me company, but that only goes so far. They're not so bad, you know. Made a lot of the same mistakes I did. I need a real job, one they don't have to be ashamed of. I hate telling people that aren't like me I'm a pimp. If they were my messed up friends, I would used to tell them and brag that I had the best job in the world. If not, I would try and get out and avoid the question as much as possible. And sometimes, I was just in complete denial. This is what I used to tell people to show how crazy and messed up in my head I really was. I thought the perfect job when I was younger, a procurer. Most people would have referred to it as a pimp or a prostitute manager, but they've got it all wrong. All I do is organize sleeping girls with people. That's all. So anyways, this was just supposed to be a quick thing to get me some much needed cash. Once I get that, I'd be on my way. However, I didn't realize how hard it was to find a job these days. I mean, seriously, now all of a sudden you need a college education and proficient skills and qualities? Like, what does that even mean? I sure as hell know I don't. Like, how fucking insane did I sound? Actually, don't answer that. Okay, well, I think you get the point. If not, the point is that there are other options. Let people help you, and it doesn't help anyone, let alone yourself, to be in complete denial. Step 3. If there is anything you get out of this from me today, this would be it. No matter how shitty you're feeling and how stressed and frustrated you may be, do not take it out on others, especially innocent people or friends and family that just want to help. Believe me, you don't want to do this and you'll regret it for a long time. It's not a good feeling. Unless you're the type of person that gets immense pleasure in beating people up and making them feel probably worse than they already do. If that's you, then great, go for it. But I would highly advise and recommend going a different route. I haven't done it over 15 years, and it feels great. I remember this one guy. Holden was his name. Interesting guy he was. The only reason I remember him was because he was the first guy to actually put my hands on, as in to rough him up a little. In my whole career, and every time I think of it, I feel like absolute shit. He was also my last, just as a disclaimer. I thought I was being clever and funny at the time, but I wasn't. I probably scarred the kid. Used as a kid, and by that little accusation about how he owed me money when he really didn't, probably gave him major trust issues. I don't even want to think about it. It's just too hard. Point is, don't do it, or you look like me right now, regretting every second of ever doing it. Well, I hope you learned something from both my story and I today, and I hope you make smart choices that benefit you and those around you. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you make positive changes. Have a nice day.